Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Welcome to Thursday's edition of the Morning Breath. Oh, God, that was such a diggy.
You don't have the full-throated morning breath going
you guys
on.
handle that.
Just a partial morning breath. Just a small morning breath.
Good stuff. I'm just going to say this. I got to get it off my chest right away. I forgot to put the pillow in the fridge today.
What?
Yep. Today's National Put Pillow in the Fridge Day.
Oh, I was like,
I forgot to
I
do
missed
it.
something.
I knew about it.
Shoot.
It's an old habit that I've had for a long time. Most people have, I think.
I think so.
I looked at that and I'm like, when I was writing that down, I'm like, what the hell is that?
The purpose of that is.
Well, we know. It's
Oh,
on,
it says you guys are ahead of me.
That's what happens when you get here 15 seconds before showtime. So it's an old tradition. You go ahead and read that for us. The glorious Greta.
You want me to read it out loud?
Yeah.
All right. Put a pillow in your fridge day. Prior to in-home refrigeration, people would put a piece of cloth in their larder.
Lard?
I don't know what that is.
I assume it's a refrigerator. But I don't know either.
In their larder
Or
once a
their
year
ice
for
box.
luck. Put a pillow on your fridge to keep the tradition going. Hey, I do love a good cold pillow though. So
Nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that. So
Frozen might not be the correct one.
Right.
Cool.
Well, I don't know about you all's freezers, but there ain't no pillow fitting in our freezer.
Oh, you
I
have the
could
gigantic body pillows?
Well, no, we just have a full freezer of
You
stuff.
get a new freezer.
Well, I have 3.
There's just 2 of you. know.
I know.
we actually have 3 freezers too. Now that I think about
we
it.
have,
What?
We have 2 refrigerators
that's
and a chest freezer.
Yeah, that's exactly what we have.
Hmm.
Look at us. Probably could get rid of one though. Has
Yeah,
nothing
I
in it.
think the basement fridge. There's probably room in that freezer, but for a pillow. But I'm still not doing it. I'll just turn it over. It's cool on the other side.
So don't forget about that.
Right.
Don't forget about it. Put it
Yeah.
in there
Important.
Well, it's good we did it the first of the day, so people can put it in there all day for right.
luck. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You got to warn them
Yeah. Exactly.
what's going on.
Exactly.
Happy Thursday, everybody. This is episode. Well, I'm not going to steal that. We have Boss Man Matt here this morning.
Ahoy, Skipper.
We have
That's not
the-
like a big reveal, so it would have been okay.
Glorious Greta.
Oh, hey, good morning.
And, of course, we can do nothing without SPP.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. John, the voice was supposed to be here. That's why I'm sitting here with an empty chair. Well, nothing's guaranteed.
No,
But I saw him on the golf course last night. He says, "Hey, I think I'm coming." I said, "Hey, we got a chair."
Yep. He's got a busy schedule.
He apparently couldn't make it. He was still at the golf course, I believe, when I left.
That might be part of the reason.
That
Could be.
it.
Could be. I'm gonna have to cut down on my golf because I'm tired today.
Well, yeah.
Well, you play
This is
Wednesday
all
and
day.
Thursdays, don't you?
Well, just
Or today's
Wednesday.
Thursday,
Wednesday,
Tuesdays.
Wednesday morning, I play for the senior league.
That's
or in
right.
the
I was thinking it was a
afternoon.
different day.
And then there's a couple-hour little break before regular men's league, which I was subbing for last night. And I forgot how to golf from between seniors. That was obvious. Just couldn't remember that at all.
I was in a golf tournament once. That was a 4-person best shot, and the 4 of us we didn't expect to win, but we were playing okay. And then there was a rain delay for about 2 hours, so we waited out in the clubhouse. And I don't know what happened in that 2 hours, but not so good.
Not great.
Not so good
Something
afterwards.
about a break.
Something about a 2-hour
That'll
break.
get you.
And I don't know how many beers, but whatever. Let's leave that part out.
Oh. Geez, I came home and had a sandwich and put my feet up. And
There you go.
felt like closed my eyes for a little bit, but forgot how to golf. That's not
It
easy
happens.
to do.
It happens.
Definitely
It
happens.
So the other thing I'll say is that Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank
you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC and the Morning Breath crew this morning. The 4 of us, and we're gonna throw John the Voice in there because he's here in spirit.
Hey, Spirit.
We're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Willie.
You, Willie.
I got nothing.
Well, we had baseball last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Our first.
I was
I didn't even realize that was happening.
Yeah,
and
our-
I went and saw it. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So first baseball game, and some growing pains like there is at the first game of every season. But I think it turned out okay. Had a few internet problems off and on that kind of slowed us down, but we'll get that figured out. But the biggest problem is that it's high school kids playing, and they can stay up later than I can. And
Indeed.
Yeah. So we got done. The game was over at 9:30ish, something like that, and then we had to tear down and come back here and set up everything, and that's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
We need to move the games up 2 hours.
At least. And Peter, I'm not even going to speak for Peter, but he had to drive home after all that. So I only live 5 minutes away. He lives further away than that.
Yuck.
Let's put a
Baseball's are long
cot in here
games.
for you, SPP.
Yeah. Get a little blanket, corner of the room.
Yeah.
Because that's probably what he wants to do is spend even more hours here in the
Just
studio.
never leave.
Look out the window.
You can look out the window.
Beautiful window to the.
Exactly. So I saw something that I'd never seen before. And so I have seen this. So first of all, about half the kids probably wore sliding gloves. They got to first base and put on the sliding gloves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah. So, but the other thing I saw, I'd never seen. Maybe it's a thing. I just never seen it. But I was looking at the Washington catcher, and on the back of his kind of ankles and lower calf, there was a block of something, and I didn't know what it was. I'd never seen it before.
Knee savers.
Knee savers? Yeah.
No, it was on the back. It was on the. Well, so
You
he
just
could
sit on them
it.
to save.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's
Is
knee
that,
saver.
oh, knee saver. Okay, so I get you.
Never heard of it.
Really? They were like really popular when I was younger playing softball, and then in college, if you wore knee savers, you were a loser.
Loser.
So
You get laughed at.
you get laughed at. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe they're back.
I thought they were brilliant. Well, the Muscatine catcher didn't have them on, but the Washington guy did. So, I thought it was brilliant. I'd never seen them before. Didn't know it was a thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those have been around for a while.
Okay.
Because I've just seen them.
they've been around. Yeah.
But the sliding glove is the
That's new.
stupidest freaking thing. I mean, the dumbest thing I have ever seen.
But
Truly.
the friction, because the
Bull
friction when you're
crap.
sliding,
Bull crap.
when you're sliding, you have to have friction so that you're quicker to the base.
It looks like an oven mitt, doesn't it?
It
It does.
That's so bizarre.
It is. It is.
So I was watching some baseball, and one of the college guys put it on, and he slid back. He was leading off first or second, whatever, and he slid back in. Used the other hand.
Well,
What's the point?
I can't speak for him. But when you're sliding, you reach out with the sliding glove hand because it has better, it's smoother.
Yeah. You're that's a stretch. I mean, truly, if you're trying to sell
I'm
it,
just saying.
come on, it isn't happening.
Two sliding gloves, one
Yeah,
for each
so what's the
hand.
point of
If
one?
you're gonna do anything, just get two. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it's in the high school ranks.
So how do they get it on? Does the coach hold it for him?
Yes.
And then-
Yeah.
The first base coach.
base
Oh
coach.
no.
And
If I
at
was
the-
that first base coach, I'm like, no.
And at the end of the
You're
inning,
fine.
at the end of the inning, he's got a collection of regular batting gloves that he's got in his pocket because he switched them out with sliding gloves. So
If I was a coach, I'd say, no.
Toughen up, Buttercup.
right.
That's that a kid
That's right.
sliding gloves. That's the craziest thing. Whoever came up with that,
Yeah.
Nike or somebody.
Yeah, probably.
Somebody,
yeah, it's
yeah.
probably right. It's
I
probably
hate
exactly.
to be sound like this, but seriously, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's happening. It's
I
there.
know it, but there's no. You ain't selling me on it,
Yeah.
and I'll just quit watching baseball because of it. Boom,
There you go.
done.
Unless it's on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. And it's-
Unless that,
right.
But I might skip ahead
Pass the sliding
because
glove.
I'm not going to watch any kid. Here, coach, put my sliding glove on.
Do they all do it, or is it just a few?
Not everybody did it, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nice?
I don't know, maybe half or so. I don't know. I didn't count. I just saw a couple kids because you could really see it when they're up batting. They got it sticking out there.
Oh,
So anyway, yeah, there you go. That's what
fad.
they have the glove with them, but then they give their regular glove maybe to the
that makes
coach or
sense.
something.
Okay.
So
Did they win?
they did not.
Who'd they play?
Muscatine. And they played a good game after the first inning. The first inning got away from them, and they gave up 5 in the first inning, and
It's just one game.
just one game last night. Yeah, doubleheader softball tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Here we go.
Yep, here we go. And I was telling Tim before you got here, Greta, that there were 2 balks last night. I haven't seen a balk in a long time, so it was just kind of It's like, oh, all right then.
Wow. I don't want to watch a lot of baseball, but
Those don't happen very often.
no, they don't.
Anybody rowdy last night?
I think it's a pretty tame crowd last night.
Where do you guys set up at? I know you were talking about it when I got here. but-
Yeah, so our Peter and the broadcasters are down at ground level, kind of not square behind home plate, but kind of off to the side.
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit behind it.
You're up
So
in the bleachers.
Right next to the bleachers.
Is it Jack? He does it?
Jack and Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Joel did basketball for us and come back and is doing baseball, and
Nice.
Jack stuck on from soccer. So
Nice.
Very good.
so changing subjects.
Please do.
The Indiana Fever played the Washington Mystics last night,
Okay.
and
You had time to watch that?
nope, I did not. But I do. My parents do, and so they were texting. Tickets before game time last night to get into that game were $6
Oh,
because Caitlin's not playing.
yeah.
$6. And I'm guessing the people selling those for $6 paid a whole hell of a lot more for them when they bought them.
Likely.
$6.
$6.
Yikes.
And sometime in this 2-week stretch that she's supposed to be out, they play the Chicago Sky. We'll see if Angel can carry the ticket prices.
Yeah,
they
that's
moved-
a good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I think they moved that game to the United Center too, which is like the largest NBA stadium, and we'll see.
Eek.
Poor Angel.
Poor Angel. Well, we'll see. Maybe she'll sell it out. Maybe
Maybe.
people are coming to see Angel.
Maybe
Well,
we've been wrong this whole time.
I pay attention because of her. It just happens to be that Caitlin's part
Does
of
make
it.
the game a little more exciting. The rivalry, or I don't know
It does.
what you want to call it, but
Well, it seems kind of one-sided rivalry, right?
yeah, it is.
It is.
Makes it entertaining.
It's definitely man-made. To a degree, this has been.
Yeah,
It's been
been embellished.
exacerbated a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will agree with that. But Angel doesn't do anything to put a tamp on
I
it.
think she liked.
Of course she does. She
loves
needs it.
Yeah, she does
Absolutely
need
has
it.
to. And she was able to buy $1 million home.
Yes, she
Saw
was.
that.
Dang,
Yeah.
get it, Angel. Well, she has the McDonald's meal, or does she still have that?
The Angel Reese's Puffs still.
What is it?
The Angel Reese's Puffs. She had a Reese's Puffs.
Did she?
Yeah.
Breakfast cereal?
Interesting.
Yeah, Caitlin got Nike.
Yeah, she's got McDonald's and Reese's Puffs.
You know.
That was called a mic drop.
Yeah. Tough to argue with that one.
And State Farm and Buick and whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think I have a photo.
Oh,
Let's see it.
Oh, hold up on the other screen. Hold up. Boom.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember that.
Oh, that's real? That almost doesn't like...
It's a real photo.
I do like Reese's Puffs.
I've never had them.
They're pretty good.
Angel Reese's Puffs. That's what it
Said
says.
it best.
That's what it says.
No, you said it best.
Caitlin got Nike.
There's it's kind of a quiet crowd this morning. Just a very few in.
Yeah, well, we got Cindy was the first one in this morning, and Jeff and my mom and Denise are all here. Ahoy to everybody.
I'm excited for the pickles, Cindy.
Yeah,
I forgot about them, so thank you.
Cindy dropped the bomb
She
right
dropped
away.
the bomb right away.
Says I'm bringing Greta pickles.
Woohoo!
So
I still have a big jug of salsa.
We finally finished our salsa. It was delish.
I got about half a jar left. I had some last night. Pretty good stuff.
It's good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
So here's something that came across on Facebook or somewhere I found. Bucket list items. And there's a second part to this, but let's start with bucket list items. What's your bucket list item?
Oh, God.
You know, there could be anything. It could be I want a favorite restaurant, a favorite place to visit, a favorite activity that you just want to do before there's no time left.
Go to the Masters.
Yep.
So if I knew that I had 1 year left, I'm selling everything to get to the Masters.
Get to the Masters.
How much is it to go there?
Well, it depends. You can get tickets through a lottery, so you may not even get it.
Oh,
But you can, there's ways to get in. You just pay for it. I asked a relative one time. I said we were talking about the Masters, and he'd been there. As an uncle of mine, he'd been there several times. He goes, "You want to go?" I want to go sometime. Gets on his phone, talks to somebody, leaves the room, talks to somebody, comes back, he texts me this, he says, call this guy. He'll get you, he's got a spot for you. It was 14 grand.
Oh, Jesus.
But I had a personal
Dang.
chef and, I had limo rides to and from and a great big house. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No. I just need a Super 8 and a ticket.
Just get me in for a couple days.
Exactly.
That's funny.
I can go to, I can manage food for myself.
Right. Well, pimento sandwiches are only like $3 or something,
I
right?
can gut up there.
Yeah. You're in.
So otherwise, it's not really that expensive.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a ticket.
Gotcha. That'd be cool though.
So that would be it.
All right. How about you, Greta?
I've always wanted to go to Germany, so I guess that's up there. I feel like skydiving's up there.
That's mine.
Yeah.
I want to go skydiving, and I could. I mean, it's
I know,
not
and
terribly
both those-
expensive.
yeah.
I just haven't done it. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do it.
I would.
You've done it? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can do it in Iowa. It's like in Brooklyn. I think they have a place that does. It's like an hour away,
not
and
too
it's
far.
probably $100 or something. But so there's no reason why I haven't. But that'd be one of the things I'd do.
Yeah. I think you got to do it.
You have to do it.
Especially if you know your time is limited, it doesn't really matter, right?
Exactly. Who cares what happens?
Don't pull that chute until you have to.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm holding it just for a few more seconds to get the thrill because it doesn't matter.
So I've done that, and the guy that was filming, he says, "Don't worry about me. You're gonna see me do some weird stuff," and he wasn't kidding.
He's all over the place.
He was filming, going slow, and then all of a sudden he was done and put his head down, and he was gone.
Dang.
And opened his chute up right before he had to, and
Wow.
slid in and
That's
was
crazy.
Yeah, I would.
fun. The guys that do it are fun to watch.
Yeah, I would do that. And again, I don't know why I haven't, but I would.
You skydive in SBP?
No,
You scared of heights?
no, it's just
Not a thing?
it's not something I'm interested in.
See, he's young. He's still got his whole life in front of him. The rest of us are like, well, we're getting up there. Greta's not, but
Took my kids once they graduated. Let's go skydiving.
yeah. Well, you hear about every now and again somebody's like 90th birthday and going skydiving.
That's awesome.
It is
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It is awesome. 7:30. We better take a quick break.
Is it really already?
7:33.
Oh my God. Well, I got a second part to this question.
Yeah,
we'll get to
come
it
back.
after the break.
We'll come back to it. We'll be right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to Thursday's edition
Yes.
of Morning Breath.
Yes.
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 When we were so rudely interrupted by Peter's break,
Sorry.
Rude.
Sorry.
We were talking about
So,
bucket list.
Peter, so you don't want to go skydiving. Do you have a bucket list item?
I don't know. Go to Europe sometime. It's probably the big one.
Okay.
Just visit Europe. Be a fun one. Go to
yeah.
Vegas. That'd be one.
You never been there?
You never been to Vegas? Vegas is fun.
It's all right.
I'm not going to tell stories.
What happens in
Stays in
Vegas
Vegas.
stays in
Stays
Vegas.
there.
That's what they say.
That's right.
Exactly. And they will. So the second part of that question is your anti-bucket list.
Oh.
Meaning, one of two things. You can interpret this however you want. Something you've done once and you never want to do again, or something you just really have no desire to do. That most people probably would. So, for instance, I'm not a traveler, so you want to go to Germany and you want to go to Europe. Doesn't interest me all that much. I would go. Like New York City, I have no desire to go to New York City.
Yeah, I don't really
None.
Not a very big desire.
Yeah.
New York City's fun.
Is it?
Just for a little
Never
bit,
been
though.
there.
Just
Yeah.
for a little bit. Would
just-
never want to live there. But it is
Oh,
fun
no.
to see the sights.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, to see it once, but then I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know. So, what's your anti-bucket list?
Mine would probably be anything like water related, like a cruise, scuba diving, getting a submarine.
Just don't go very deep.
No,
Yeah.
thank you on any of those. No, thanks.
Yeah.
So you said one of them is one thing you've done, but you don't want to do again.
Or
You,
that-
you can interpret it that way too, yeah. So one thing, something you've done that you're like, all right, did that, I'm not doing that again.
So it wasn't like a bad experience, but I went to the Indy 500 one time, which was very fun. But it's 200 laps of cars going around in a circle.
And they sound like motorcycles.
And I fell asleep by, I think it was about 60 laps left. And I woke up with about 30 laps left. And I was like, that was cool because they go 200 something miles
Right.
per hour. But once you see them do it 150 times,
You're getting the hang
you
of it.
kind of get
Got
the
it.
idea of what's going on. So it was fun. It was great. I recommend it, but I don't think I really need to see it in person again.
So here's my Indy 500 experience. I was in 8th grade, and a buddy of mine's dad or stepdad or whatever was going. And so he goes, we're going, you want to go? And again, I'm 14 years old, right? What, maybe younger. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll go to the Indianapolis 500. So we went and we camped in the campgrounds. So a couple days before. And I'm going to tell you what, it's kind of an R-rated campground. And when you're 14, awesome. Best thing ever. And it's like, this is great. And then so the race was on Sunday, or was supposed to be, and it rained. And so it rained it out. And they ended up running the race then on Monday, the next day. And I don't know how often that happens. Not very often, but we happened to catch one of those. And we didn't stay, which we had to get back. So I never actually
you never
saw
watched
the
the
race.
Indy 500?
Never saw the race.
Sounds like you had an experience, though.
I had it
You
was
had
a
an
great
R-rated?
experience. It was an R-rated experience for a 14-year-old. Mm-hmm. The campgrounds are kind of crazy.
I can see that.
Yeah.
My non-bucket list would be running a marathon.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Too. Mm-hmm.
Not doing it.
Yeah, I have.
You have.
Yeah.
I will not. You can invite me all you want.
Well,
The answer is no.
yeah. The thing
I'll
about
do like a 5K.
well, you've done halves. Would you not do a full?
I don't think so. I wouldn't like rule it out, but every time the 2 times I've ran a half, I'm like, I couldn't. Would only be halfway. No, no way. No way.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I did 3, and one was awful. The other 2 were okay. One was Des Moines. That was my first one. I was prepared for that one. Chicago, I wasn't near as trained up, but it's Chicago, and so it's like fascinating. It's
Yeah.
like people
I say
running
I
the
have to
streets.
go somewhere cool. I feel like to
Yeah.
do it to make it worth it.
I don't care where it's at.
What if it's at the Masters?
run
the golf course.
I guess I'm going to do it different because I do have a backup to the Masters,
Yeah.
and the Masters wouldn't allow it. I know because I tried to get in, and they won't let you.
Yeah. So a marathon, they're hard and you're miserable, but you're done and you're just like,
That was cool.
Look what I did.
that. Yeah, it is a good, cool feeling.
but it's a lot to get there.
Yeah, that's a
rather
lot. I can't even. Half marathon training took a lot of time. I can't
It
even
does.
imagine marathon training.
Well, here's the thing about marathon training in Washington, Iowa.
yeah.
Your long training run is like 20 miles or 21.
Like,
It depends what it is.
multiple laps around the town.
You have to go a long way around Washington to find 20 miles.
Yeah.
And I'm not big on the trail. I mean, you could run to Kyoto, but I'm not. I get bored out in the middle of nowhere on the trail, and the trail's great. So don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it is, but it can be boring.
It's not. I'd rather see things. And running 20 miles around Washington is something. Let me tell you. You see a lot of the town. So even you as a real estate agent, you could learn some things.
One more reason.
One more reason.
You have talked me into it even more so. This is not my gig. 7:41. We need to probably take a break to get set for the day.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Thursday. That was, excuse me. That was kind of funny. We, Cindy sent this note at the, oddly enough, we'd have no retracted notes today. She sent a note that she's headed this way for pickles for Greta.
Yeah.
So Greta, in all of her excitement, went out to the front, and Kim, who sits at the front part of the time, part of the time she's busy doing other stuff,
Right.
asked Kim, what?
I said, "Are there pickles out here?"
And why would she think anything?
She's like,
and
looked at me like I was crazy.
And Kim, who is not watching the show,
No.
What is wrong with you people?
Fairway's up
It's
the
happening.
street.
Yeah. It's happening back there.
Oh boy! All right, so I think it's time we get 7:44. Yeah, it's time to get set for the day.
Let's get set for the day. It is Thursday. It is the 29th day of May, and Tim did not reveal this earlier, but it is episode 320.
It was hard for me to let it go.
I know. So there you go. Episode 320. Time, 7:44 a.m.
Oddly enough, this morning when I was getting ready, I was thinking we started this February something.
5th.
5th.
Yes.
That's the day I couldn't remember if it was the 5th or the 10th.
February 5th.
It's 23.
Yeah, July 25th, the day my child was born. June 20th, the day my wedding. And February 5th, the day we started Morning Breath.
The 3 most important days of your life.
3 top dates.
Got it.
I have 2 other daughters that I hope weren't listening. Temperature right now in Fairfield, 57. Mount Pleasant, 58. And Washington, 57.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, man.
I expect nothing less. Mix of sun and clouds today. Slight chance of rain. High of 72 and a low of 53. Today's headlines from the SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield seniors reflect on life as a Trojan.
Did you do senior letters when you were seniors?
Senior letters?
Maybe that was just a my school
We
thing.
did like kindergarten. Like we wrote them in like kindergarten or first grade.
Oh, you wrote them that early?
Yeah, and then we read them, and we got them back when we were seniors.
We did that 8th grade.
Oh,
So we wrote them
It
in
was
8th
hard to
grade. It'd be like
read.
4 years later.
Yeah.
writing
It
to
might have been.
yourself.
Might not have been kindergarten. It might have been like first or second.
Do tell.
When
What
did
is
ever
this?
you learn to write?
Well, basically, you just like, well, we were 8th graders, so it was like writing to ourselves 4 years later, like, how are things going? This is what we expect to happen and all that. And then 4 years later, none of it happens. So,
I moved between 8th grade and my senior year in high school. So what would happen then?
Yeah.
I think they
SOL.
mail them. I
Yeah.
think, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. I would have been out. I didn't do it. Either school didn't do it, but I don't know.
I've done that for work.
The Cost of Freedom honored in Mount Pleasant Memorial Day service, and for Washington grads, the long wait is over. So that would have been post COVID. So they would have gone. I mean, COVID would have been 8th grade for them, right? Probably for seniors this year.
21, 22, 22. Yes, they would have started in 2021.
So they would have been
21 to 22, 22 to 23, 23 to 24. Yeah.
all right. Because your senior year, right? Was that your senior year? COVID hit.
My freshman year of college, COVID
Okay.
hit.
All right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dang!
I got kicked out of the dorms.
Great start.
Yeah, no
College.
kidding. No kidding. Sports tonight, Mount Pleasant travels to Williamsburg for sub-state soccer, and the winner goes to state. So that's a big one. This day in history, on this day in 1848,
Pre-SPPV.
Wisconsin became the 30th state in the Union.
I'll be Jake.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know with that, whatever. There wasn't a lot happening today in this day
All
in
right.
history.
Jack would be excited about that.
Yeah, there
one.
you go. Jack will be excited. All right, Greta, random joke, random quote, or random fact.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Did you hear how any results from golf, state golf?
I saw
anything?
a thing on X that Nathan Miller posted that Drew was in the top 25.
Yes, that's what I saw. I think he shot 8 over, maybe
Okay.
par. So
And it's not over, is it?
I think
I think it's over.
Just a one-day deal.
It was a 2-day.
Two.
But I think it
Tuesday,
started-
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think he was top 25, but I don't know what place.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Okay.
I'll see him here in a little bit. I can ask him. He's our intern, so
Oh, there you go.
congrats to Drew.
Yes.
It's a tough course over there. Okay, that's
Where's
all
state-
I needed because I
state
hadn't heard a
golf?
darn thing.
State golf.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I don't know.
Of course.
Tough course over there.
I don't know. There she made pickles. Oh my gosh.
Look at
Whole
that.
box full. Ooh, I'm excited for these. Thanks,
Yeah.
Cindy.
Those are good.
I've never heard that door open
Why?
during the show before, and I
That
kind of
freaked-
freaked out a little bit.
That freaked me out a bit.
These are very green pickles.
Look at
Lime. Well, there's definitely enough in here for some other
She
people.
gave me some of the lime
Because
and
there's
bread
2
and butter.
lime and 2 bread and butter.
They're good. They're very good. I was supposed to share the batch I got, and I did not.
Fine.
Yeah. So,
Well, I
All
can
is
share
forgiven.
because I don't need all these. So,
All's forgiven.
all right, Greta. Random joke, random
Oh.
quote, or random fact.
I don't know what you guys have done a lot of this week. Random quote.
Random quote. Everybody knows how to raise children except the people that have them. Says PJ O'Rourke.
True.
Yeah.
Hard to argue that.
Very true.
Hard to argue. There's no owner's manual, is there?
There is no owner's manual. No.
Today's takeaway: SPP.
Oh, God, I had to write my book.
We'll come back to SPP. Boss man Matt.
I think Caitlin's a draw. I think maybe she has something to do
With
with
the success of the WNBA.
maybe a little. I'm just thinking.
I think the jury's still out.
Yeah,
Let's
maybe.
let's
Let's
give it some time.
Give it
We'll
through this season and see how
See
it goes.
what happens. The glorious Greta. I can go back to SPP. I've got one.
Okay.
SPP, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Basically, you can win any argument with she has a Nike deal or I have a Nike deal.
Yes.
Pretty much ends that one.
It's over. My takeaway today is that Matt is in love with the Indy 500 as long as he gets to be in the infield to watch the.
As long as I don't have to see the
Excellent.
race, I'm good with the
The
500.
only way to watch it.
Yeah.
From the campgrounds.
Especially when you're 14. Just saying.
That's what I got.
Along with that, the Indy 500, great place to take a nap.
Good place to take a nap.
Especially between 70 laps left and 35 laps left. It's beautiful day. Beautiful day for a nap.
If I had a secondary takeaway, it's like I'm going to try to figure out how to incorporate those knee savers into my everyday life. Just because.
I feel like
Are
if
you
you're out
doing
in
a
the
lot
yard,
of squatting?
maybe if you're like
I
pulling weeds or something, you can.
If I had those knee savers, I might squat more. I don't know.
I love it. I haven't heard that term in a while, so
Wow.
I like that they're back.
Yeah. So there you go. And Jeff, that was Kim. That was Jeff's cousin is Kim.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yes.
Look at that.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Has that been told to us before?
Well, it's been their whole lives, so
Well, but
it's not a new
they just
development.
found out.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, you look like my cousin.
Yeah, so I knew that. I guess I don't know if I shared that or not.
I don't remember knowing that.
But I did know that.
There's a lot of things that get said here that I forgot.
All right.
For sure. Okay. Well, I think we need to call it a day. So thank you all for joining today.
Thank you, Cindy, for the pickles.
Comments, Cindy. The delivery from Kim, her first time on the air.
It is.
So,
It is.
I wonder if she even thought about that.
I'm sure she did.
Probably because I walked out there and stunned her.
Where's the pickles?
Where's the pickles?
Must be really important. I better get
Better get
back.
them in
And then
there.
the pickle showed up in the door and it's like, oh, now it makes sense. Now I get it.
So thanks you all for joining. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, ahoy.